The Secret Service in Stafford, football's on the way, and billions of bubbles. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, August 5th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. School shootings roared back into the headlines after the recent tragedy in Uvalde. But what can be done? SMSD has addressed the subject head-on with a powerful ally.
This is the second a day with the United States Secret Service that's held at the Stafford Center in Stafford, Texas. It is a joint production put on by the City of Stafford, Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, and Stafford Municipal School District. And then we had some special guests from Fort Bend ISD who had helped out. But we really had partners from all across the state, superintendents and administrators who came to learn all they could learn from the United States Secret Service.
We're going to have members of our National Threat Assessment Center come and talk to you guys about school shootings. Everybody is aware of what happened in Uvalde, and we all feel so bad about that incident and the folks that were involved, children that were lost, everybody that it affected. So we hope to give you some tools to help identify and hopefully prevent the next mass shooting.
So about 4.5 years ago, Dr. Bostic, my brother, came to me, and he was having issues about security for Stafford and the safety of the children and his facilities and his workers and employees that work there. And he was like, what can we do to make it safer? And I said, well, I can't tell you what to do to make it safer, but I can tell you who can give you the best information. And that information is provided by the United States Secret Service. And so at that time, I had a few friends. As I was in the service at that time, I picked up the phone and was able to be blessed to reach out to the SAC of Houston and Mr. Dick Penn, and he was able to coordinate with us, and we put together a team that came out here and provided training to over 500 attendees dealing with safety and security of schools and safety of children. So Intech, who's here speaking as well, did a survey along with the FBI that looked at, the school shooting incidents, and they were part of the group that did the review that is now a national review that looks at how these incidents have happened, what these people think, how they think, and also because the Secret Service does assessments on a daily basis worldwide for all of our protectees. So when you're looking at protectees, everything from the president to our foreign dignitaries that come, we do assessments of every location that they go to. So we are very suited as an agency to do that, and just being a small part of that agency, I got to see that picture, but it was due to the fact that we had that connection, that we were able to tie the agency with schools, and then schools got to see and hear from what I believe is the best agency for this entire mission, or this mission specifically, in the Secret Service.
One of the things I'd love for people to say is that, school districts are doing, and people and parents are doing everything that they can in order to make sure that our schools are taken care of. We're practicing all the safety protocols that we can do. The staff and administrators are learning about not only the best protocols, but they're learning about how to harden schools, learning about how to use some of the research that's already out there so they can take that back to their campuses and their staffs to make everybody a stronger place, make sure the kids and families and teachers are safe.
It's Convocation time again, but if you're not in education, you might wonder what that means. Fernando Ramirez has a primer on the subject.
Stafford Municipal School District's Convocation is all about pumping up the teachers, all about pumping up the staff and getting them ready to start off the year in the right way, with the right foot forward, at the right time. Well, my philosophy and my hope is that this year they took away not just showing up, but showing out. doing everything that they can for kids. The moment that they make things tougher for us, the tough are really going to get going and show why we're really here. So I hope that's what they took away from today's event. I absolutely love seeing every other side of the staff members here in Stafford MSD. You may notice that the mayor and myself, we were lucky enough to get to join them in some of their dancing and lip syncing and singing along, and that's some of the funnest time that you can ever have with your staff. Showing up was all about attachment, how he used or integrated attachment theory in and how people need to show up every day and provide a secure environment and a safe environment where they start with themselves first to make sure that they feel secure enough to provide a secure environment for kids who come into the classroom, whether they're the formal or informal teachers. That's from classroom teachers to cafeteria workers to maintenance workers to bus drivers to administrators, and making sure that your first foot forward is the most positive and best foot forward that you put every day, and using attachment theory to make that a reality.
I think the main takeaway for the teachers from this year's convocation is the important role that they play in the development and formation of our students. They play a key role. They're our first mentors for many of our students, and their outlook and dedication is very important in success for our students.
This is my 9th year in Stafford Municipal School District. I am the longest serving superintendent in Fort Bend County, and I've been very lucky to have a wonderful relationship with my mayor and city council, with my board of trustees and my board president, with the citizens in the city of Stafford, with Houston Community College, and they've made sure that I felt really loved and invested. They've invested in me as I've invested in them. And so when you have a relationship like that, that's what keeps these bonds tight, and it keeps the relationship going from year to year and day to day, month to month.
Final message is for our teachers is that you play such a key role in the education of our students, and being a mentor, being there for somebody to help guide and influence and motivate our young students is going to be key. We want to have a great year, we want to have a safe year, and we want you to be engaged and you to feel safe so that you're at your best. And from the Board of Trustees, we want to give you all of the tools necessary to be successful, so that you can do one of the most amazing jobs is being an educator for our students.
Stafford Municipal School District is the best little school district in the state of Texas. If you don't know where we are at 1633 Staffordshire in Stafford, Texas, and you should be here today. Make sure that you show up. We're going to look forward to seeing you on the first day of class, August 10th. If you live in Stafford, this is your district. If you don't live in Stafford, this should be your district.
The coming school year calls for uniforms, but some students might find getting them beyond their reach. John King brings us this story of SMSD students looking out for their own.
We're having a uniform drive this entire summer, and so today specifically we're having a drop-off day where people can drive through with their cars and drop off uniforms for us to pick up. After the pandemic, we kind of need to reunite our community. Stafford is a small place, so I think it has a very nice community. And if we can support each other, I know there are a lot of families here who can't afford to buy school uniforms. So if we can redistribute these out to those families, I think it'll just help reunite the community more.
I really just want to do this to help those kids who really don't have any other options, to help the community, because Stafford is just such a lovely community, and everyone here deserves to be able to just, deserves to be able to have the best they are able to, even if it's outside of their means.
I've been wanting to do charity work for a long time now, and one of the things that I always talked about with my mom was uniforms, because I remember having to buy my own uniforms and knowing people who couldn't really afford to buy them, and they would struggle for that. So we already had to do a summer project, and I just thought that would be a great idea.
I've known Yaneli since 3rd grade. I've known a lot of these kids since kindergarten, so for me and my friend to really be able to work together and plan this vision, to be able to plan this initiative to help our friends and our families and the families of the people here really does, like, it really warms my heart, because I know that we are going to put our all into it, and no matter what, in the end, we did everything we could to help people around us.
We worked with a couple businesses, so Best Burger has a drop-off box, Quartz Hardware has a drop-off box, El Regio, New City Screen Printing, and CN Rios Trucking's office. Those 5 locations have drop-off boxes, so if they can't come today, those places are going to be open for the rest of the week. Well, the main objective is to collect these uniforms and then redistribute them out to the community. High schoolers don't use uniforms anymore, so the upcoming freshmen won't have a use for those uniforms, and they can give those out to elementary and middle schoolers. So we're going to collect these uniforms, and then we're going to redistribute them August 6th at Party at the Plaza. Community is very important, and so I think if we do charity work, we empower our communities, and I think sometimes that's lacking, especially today. We tend to be very individualistic, but I think we need to empower our communities and let people feel comfortable to find connections in other people. So if we can help our other people, I think it'll improve everything for everybody.
Reading rules, next.
In Stafford, diversity is not just a number, it's who we are.
When you are here, you become part of the story.
You can sleep well knowing we're always on the job and looking out for you.
It's a great place for growth and opportunity.
Tradition starts here.
We teach your children and we stick around for your grandchildren.
We are one. We are Stafford.
This is the city of Stafford, and we are one.
The coming fall means the return of high school football, an activity close to sacred for many Texans. John King hits the field for this report.
Start of 2022 season. First day of practice around the state of Texas. We're getting out here. I think we started with about 60. Was the last count we had, and getting after it. You know, a lot of young men, a lot of first timers. We got a group of young kids out here, and then we bringing back some kids. This will be their senior year. About 18 kids. This will be their senior year. So we, you know, everybody's excited first day. So everybody's excited, trying to see what we got and get everybody here and start to see the team come together. I've been doing this for about 28, 29 years, and the excitement, first day excitement is always there. You want to make sure everything's in place. You want to make sure everything's right. You're looking forward to seeing the kids again. It's been really November since we've been together, since we were a group together. We've been together in the summer and in off season, but not as one group. So I think the coaches be just as excited as the kids.
You have great attitude, we got a chance. Everybody got it. Here we go, let's go. Pursue!
The first four to 5 days is just walk, talk, teach.
So I want my right hand down, okay? So my right hand down, right foot, right heel, okay? Toe to heel, so I'm here.
For the older kids, you're reiterating things that they've already been taught.
Come on, Sil. Put your head up. Hey, don't drop your head. You want to look at what you hit.
For the younger kids, they're being taught and a lot of drill work. You don't want to take them too fast. A little bit at a time, feed them a little bit at a time, introduce your traditional stuff, and then, we move on down the road. We've got about 3 weeks of camp before we play. So we'll introduce a little bit at a time and try to get ready for the first ball game.
Go. Just wind out your feet. Wind out your feet. There you go. Come on down. There you go. Just like that. Good.
Expectations here are high. We had a really good group last year, but we were also young in spots. We've got a lot of kids coming back, so our expectation is high. We always start the year with high expectations, so we tell them the same thing. You know, if you don't think that you're going to be something, then you won't. So we go out every year thinking that we can do. You know, we set some goals and we look to achieve those goals. On defense, we're bringing back 8 of the 11 guys. We lost 2 D1s and another defensive lineman that went to a JC. So we got 8 guys over there. So we have that depth, and then offensively, we're bringing back 5 of the 11 guys. The quarterbacks and receivers are back, except for 2. We lost 2 receivers and the running back. We lost, of course, he's back. We've got 2 pretty good running backs back there in the backfield. So quarterback's back. This will be his 3rd year as a starter. So that's why I say expectations are high. Day one for everybody is exciting, and day one for coaches is probably more exciting because you did a lot of work in the off season, and you know you see the kids and you get a chance again to see them all. You know, this first time we've had a big practice all together, and you know, you just ready. That anticipation factor. You're ready for, you know, it to get started and you to get to work and see what we can be.
Literacy is a vital skill for any society, and schools aren't the only organizations fulfilling that need. Fernando Ramirez checks out Fort Bend Hope for a library of possibilities.
The summer reading camp, really about keeping kids engaged in reading and learning over the summer. There's something called the summer slide, which is the loss of academic knowledge from the end of one school year to the start of the next. Now the problem is there's debate about how much different kids have, but there's real agreement that it does exist. But the good thing is there's also research that shows reading just a handful of books, 3-4 over the summer, can completely stop that. And so the summer reading camp has dedicated reading time, 30 minutes each day, to stop, to help stop that reading, that summer slide. Now, with that being said though, if you tell kids, hey, come to our camp, you're gonna read this summer, the response you're going to get is going to be less than receptive, so to speak. So what you have to do is you have to have activities that are fun and are exciting, but at the same time, you want the vast majority of these activities to be educational. Well, the first week for 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we did a Lego building contest. So they had a great time. They were learning while having a great time. We had Brazos Bend State Park came in, and they brought a baby alligator and a couple of snakes. We had a physical therapist this morning. Just this week alone, we had a physician. We had a landscape architect. We had a chemist. We had an engineer. And like I said this morning, a physical therapist. We had someone different come in each day to talk about their career and what they did, to kind of expose different people or to expose kids to different careers that are out there. As the school year starts back up, we have an after-school program that is designed to help kids with homework. It also has extracurricular clubs. I know we're going to have a Lego club this year. We'll have an art club. I'm sure we'll have a music club again, like keyboard. The idea is to help kids with their homework and to help kids with their reading. On the adult side, we have ESL class, so English as second language. We have GED classes. We have citizenship class. We're looking to get a computer literacy class going this year. There is just such a hunger in the community to learn English and to get a GED and just people want to better themselves. Folks in this community are incredibly generous. When they hear what we're doing at the summer camp and I explain it, they want to be on board. They want to be part of it. So, the other thing I guess I would say is spread the gospel. I want to tell more people about what we're doing, get more community involvement, because when we do that, they're learning, they're growing, they're not sliding back. Whatever day they start school, they are ready to hit the ground running and be successful. That's the goal.
Bubble Blitz, next.
You can try, but you won't find another city like Stafford, Texas.
Serving our community just like you like it.
Taking care of you and your home since 1945.
We believe in STEM to learn and STEM to earn.
We're heading into college certified and career ready.
As a former student of Stafford, I take pride in keeping our classrooms safe.
We are Stafford, we are one.
Modern life can make you just want to sit under a shady tree and blow bubbles. Fort Bend County Libraries can help you with that, in a manner of speaking. Fort Bend County Libraries present a lot of programming for children of all ages, and today's example is Shelley McBubble's World of Bubbles at the Sugarland branch.
We're really excited. We have a special family program for all ages today. It's Shelley McBubbles of the Texas Bubblers, and she's going to use science and math and magic to make all kinds of bubbles for the kids and amaze us. It's going to be great.
So we do bubble math, we do bubbly science activities in the show. We do bubble math where we take one bubble and one bubble, so 1 + 1 = 2 in the real world, but bubble math, 1 + 1 = 1. Very puzzling, isn't it? I've always loved bubbles. My whole life I've whistled the song or sang the song Tiny Bubbles. I've been a children's entertainer since 2011, and I performed with balloons, and I did balloon shows, and I have a kid show on YouTube with balloons. About 5 years ago, I was introduced to the world of bubbles, and I fell in love, and I've never looked back. And all I do now is bubbles with the Texas Bubblers. We call ourselves Bubble Wranglers. So we wrangle bubbles and kids.
We love to bring in all kinds of different performers for the community. So basically, because children don't always have the opportunity to experience the arts and things like that, so it's just a great way to give them access to opportunities that they might not already have.
Okay, I need a countdown for you guys. Now, Emily, when we say 1, you pop that bubble, bubble, bubble. 3, 2, 1.
So yes, this is our last week of summer programs. Summer Reading Challenge is ongoing. You have until August 31st to pick up your trophies. We will be taking a short 2-week break from children's programs, and story time will return at Sugarland Branch the week of August 15th, every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 10:30.
We can do big bubbles, right? We do giant bubbles, we do snow bubbles, we do jellyfish bubbles, and we can even light a bubble on fire today. So we'll do that for the kids. Like, right.
Yes, if patrons would take a look at our website, they'll find out that we are celebrating our 75th anniversary this year. We have a lot of exciting things planned for that coming up soon. They can send in their memories if they have any. Just take a look at our website at www.fortbend.lib.tx.us.
For Great American Pastimes, this is Randall Williams. That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news. This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.